r/NoSleep. The town that opens at midnight. I never believed in dead zones, those strange patches of the world where phones lose signal and compasses spin like roulette wheels. But after what happened in Cladwell, I'll never drive at night again. Ever. It started 2 weeks ago when my car broke down on a back road in northern Pennsylvania. GPS had long since died, and the map I kept for emergencies might as well have been written in Latin. I'd been driving for hours, trying to make it to a cabin rental for some much-needed solitude. A solo trip, just me, my thoughts, and the woods. Big mistake. The engine coughed, sputtered, and then died. No reception. No passing cars. The forest swallowed sound. Then I saw it, a crooked wooden sign barely lit by my dying headlights. Cladwell, 2 miles. Visitors welcome after midnight. Visitors welcome after midnight? What kind of town sets hours like a cursed amusement park? I waited. It wasn't like I had options. At exactly 12 a.m., the road lit up. Not like someone turned on streetlights, more like the moon grew teeth and started grinning. The trees bent back, revealing a cobblestone path I swear hadn't been there before. A fog rolled in, curling around my ankles as I walked. Cladwell was a town frozen in time. Gas lamps flickered with greenish flames. Houses leaned in too close, as if whispering secrets to each other. People stood on porches, smiling too wide, not blinking. I walked past them, nodding politely, trying not to look directly at their eyes, all black, like ink pooling where pupils should be. A man in a butcher's apron approached. He handed me a pocket watch, still ticking. "You can stay," he said. "As long as it's always midnight for you." That was my first warning. I tried to leave. Turn around. Sprint back down the foggy road. But every turn led back to the same crooked fountain in the town square, where a girl with no eyes played hopscotch, her numbers drawn in what looked like dried blood. "No one leaves until the clock stops ticking," she said. I smashed the watch. The world glitched. I was in my car again. The morning sun was rising. But my watch, my real one, it still ticks. And every night at midnight, no matter where I am, I hear the whispers. I see fog roll in under the door. And sometimes, if I listen closely, I hear the girl's voice. "You can't stop time. You only paused it." Those words haunt me more than the girl's hollow sockets ever could. I tried to shake it off. Chalk it up to sleep deprivation, maybe even hallucination. But the next night, I woke at exactly 12 a.m. No alarm. No sound. Just a pull. My eyes snapped open, and the room was unnaturally still, as if the world was holding its breath. Then came the scratching. At first, I thought it was from the window, branches maybe, but it wasn't outside. It was from under my bed. I didn't want to look. But my body didn't care what I wanted. My legs swung off the bed, my knees hit the floor, and my hand pulled up the sheet hanging over the side. Nothing. Until I heard whispering inches from my ear. "Tick-tock, tick-tock, you brought us back." I screamed, leapt onto the bed, and flicked on the lamp. And there it was, the pocket watch I had smashed, now sitting on my nightstand, ticking away like nothing had ever happened. I didn't put it there. I had thrown it into a ravine after I escaped Cladwell. But it was here. Waiting. That day, I drove to a motel 2 states away. Didn't matter. At midnight, I woke up gasping. The fog had seeped into the room through the vents. The walls pulsed, like lungs breathing in rot. And then I heard it again. Children's laughter. Twisted. Echoing. Not happy laughter, the kind you hear right before the lights go out. The TV turned on by itself. Static. Then an image, the Cladwell fountain, now dry and cracked. The eyeless girl was sitting in it, staring straight at me through the screen. "You left the door open," she said. "You let us out." That's when I realized it, I wasn't being haunted by a place. Cladwell wasn't a town. It was a trap, a time-locked cage. And when I broke the watch, I became the key. Wherever I go, I hear clocks ticking. No matter how many I destroy, new ones appear. My shadow sometimes moves out of sync with me. Last week, I found muddy footprints leading from my closet to the foot of my bed. I live alone. Yesterday, I passed a mirror in a gas station bathroom and saw the butcher standing behind me. He was smiling. But his reflection didn't blink. Mine did. I'm writing this from a roadside diner at 11:47 p.m. I don't think I'll make it through another midnight. The lights are flickering. My reflection just turned its head, but I didn't. If anyone finds this, don't go to Cladwell. Don't stop when you see the sign. And if you ever find a ticking watch where it doesn't belong, don't break it. Let it tick. Let them sleep. Because if they're awake now, they're everywhere. It's no longer just the clocks or the fog. They've started speaking to people I know. 3 nights ago, my sister called me. Middle of the night. She was crying, whispering like someone was listening. They came to Mom's house. I don't know what they are. They said your name. They said, you left the door open. I drove 6 hours straight to get to her. When I arrived, the house was empty. Not empty like no one home, but wrong. The kind of wrong where the fridge hums just slightly off pitch, the photos are all blurred, and the walls feel like they're watching you. I found her phone on the couch, still recording a voicemail. It was a loop of ticking, and beneath that, the low sound of children giggling. I still haven't found her. They're not just shadows or ghosts. They're not dead. They're stuck, and now that I've let them out, they're multiplying. Mimicking. Learning. I tried to go to a priest. Old guy, small church off the highway. He didn't let me finish the story before he pulled me into the back room and locked the door. He said, Cladwell isn't a town. It's a seal. A crack in the hourglass. It was made to trap them between ticks. Not heaven. Not hell. Just between. Then he took off his collar and showed me a mark just above his heart, the same gear symbol that was engraved on the watch. I used to be the keeper, he said. Until someone else took it. That was 40 years ago. We told no one. That's the rule. The only rule. I asked what they were. What I had released. He stared at me, dead serious. They are the parts time threw away. Moments that never happened. Faces you've almost recognized. Thoughts you forget the second you think them. They were meant to stay unborn. Then he handed me a box. Inside was a watch identical to mine, but this one didn't tick. It was screaming. I left the church in a daze. That night, I blacked out in my motel. When I woke up, someone had written all over the walls in red marker. Time only moves for the living. You let the lost minutes in. You are our midnight. Now, when I walk down the street, strangers turn to look at me. Their mouths move like they're chewing time itself. Some blink backwards. Others have clocks for eyes. And every night at 12 a.m., the world goes silent. No wind. No bugs. No breathing. That's when I hear them gathering. I don't sleep anymore. I just listen. I hear ticking under the floorboards, in the pipes, behind the walls. I moved into a cabin with no clocks. No electricity. But it didn't matter. Last night, I found a cuckoo clock carved from bone nailed to a tree outside. The bird inside didn't chirp, it screamed my name. I burned it. But it came back. Bigger. The worst part? I've started to forget what my own face looks like. Mirrors won't show me anymore. Just fog. And something moving behind it. I can't stop it. None of us can. I think the whole world's shifting into midnight now. Every broken second, every forgotten moment, they're all waking up, dragging us into their time. So if you feel the room freeze at night, if you hear ticking where there shouldn't be any, don't move. Don't breathe. And whatever you do, don't look at the clock. Because when the hands hit 12, you'll remember everything time tried to forget. And they'll remember you. I should have known something was wrong when time stopped being linear. Days melt into one another now. I'll fall asleep on a Tuesday and wake up 3 weeks ago. People on the street speak in languages I've never heard, or maybe languages that haven't been invented yet. The fog is always there. Thick, soupy, and wrong. I drove west for days, trying to outrun it. Passed through 10 towns, some empty, some full of people who didn't blink. They just watched. Their smiles were stretched too wide, their clothes a little off, like they were imitating people they used to be. In one diner, everyone turned to look at me when I walked in. All at once. No one moved. No one blinked. The jukebox played a warped, slowed down version of a song I swear hadn't been written yet. I backed out and drove for 6 hours straight. My rearview mirror showed the same diner for 3 of them. That's when I realized the fog wasn't chasing me, it was anchoring me. To them. To Cladwell. But Cladwell doesn't exist anymore. I went back to where it should be. There was nothing. Just dead trees and dirt that seemed to hiss when I touched it. But as I stood there, the pocket watch in my coat began ticking again. And the dirt moved. I swear to God, I saw hands pushing up from beneath the soil. Dozens. Maybe hundreds. All reaching for the surface. And just above them, floating like a rotten balloon, was the girl with no eyes. Her mouth didn't move, but I heard her. "You let us out. Now it's your turn." I ran, of course. But now every reflection is a window. Mirrors, puddles, polished metal, they don't show me anymore. They show them. Peering back. Waiting. Smiling. Yesterday, I opened my fridge and found a staircase leading down. It went on forever. The walls were bleeding time, clocks embedded in flesh, ticking, screaming. I shut the door. It hasn't opened since. I saw my mother 2 days ago. She died when I was a child. But there she was, standing at the foot of my bed at midnight. "You're unraveling," she whispered, stroking my hair with hands made of smoke. "Soon, you'll be just like us." I begged her to let me go. To take it all back. She kissed my forehead and said, "You can't take back what never should have been." I think she meant me. I wasn't supposed to escape Cladwell. That's the truth. I was meant to stay with them. The watch wasn't a curse. It was a lock. And I shattered it. Now the cracks are spreading. This morning, every clock in the world stopped at 12 a.m. My phone melted in my hand. Birds flew backward. The sun set before it rose. I'm watching the world come undone one tick at a time. I'm writing this from an abandoned train station. There's fog outside. Not creeping, pressing. It knows I'm in here. The floor beneath me ticks like a heartbeat. The walls whisper names I haven't spoken since I was a child. My name is among them now. I hear the scratching again. It's not under the bed anymore. It's inside the walls. There's a mirror across from me. It's shaking. Something's coming through. I see hands. Eyes. No, sockets. Dozens of them. Empty but aware. They're smiling like they've waited centuries for this. If anyone reads this, it's already too late. Time broke. We aren't moving forward anymore. We're spiraling, inward. Into Cladwell. Into the space between the seconds. They're here. And they remember you.